All right, listen up. You aspiring titans, you future legends, you wolves in the making, it's Jordan Belfort. And I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to tell you sweet little stories about participation trophies and finding your happy place. No, no, no. I'm here to slap you awake, to ignite a fire in your belly that burns so hot it melts away every ounce of doubt, every shred of laziness, and every pathetic excuse you've been clinging to. You want success? Real, tangible, jaw-dropping, world-bending success? Then stop looking for magic pills. Stop waiting for permission, and for God's sake, stop waiting for someone else to hand you a silver spoon. This isn't a charity. This is the arena. And in this arena, you eat what you kill. Today we're talking about a concept so ridiculously simple, so profoundly powerful, that most people overlook it entirely because they're too busy chasing noise and praying for miracles. I'm talking about the 1 hour. Yes, you heard me, just 1 hour. 60 damn minutes a day that, if used with the ferocity of a wolf hunting its prey, can literally rip your life apart and rebuild it into an empire you once only dared to dream of. Are you still listening? Good. Because if you're searching, if you're hungry, if you're ready to stop being a spectator in your own life and start being the architect of your destiny, then this is your moment. This isn't just a video. This is your reprogramming. This is your new operating system. And by the end of this, you won't think the same, you won't move the same, and you sure as hell won't be the same. Let's begin. Seize the dawn. The first hour is your gold mine. Let's cut the crap. How you start your day isn't just a routine, it's a damn ritual. It's your launch pad, your foundation, the moment you either declare war on mediocrity or surrender to the world's endless distractions. Most people, they give it away. They wake up, and what's the first thing they do? They reach for that glowing rectangle of distraction. The phone, they scroll, they check messages, they absorb the world's drama, and before they know it, they're reacting to life instead of designing it. Are you a sheep, waiting to be programmed by the digital noise? Or are you a wolf, taking charge of your domain? If you don't program your own mind in that first hour, the world will do it for you. And trust me, the world doesn't care about your bank account or your bank account or your dreams. So here's the challenge, the first declaration of war. Take back that first hour, make it sacred. Before the emails, before the scrolling, before the chaos descends, that hour is yours. Get up a little earlier, not because it's trendy, but because it's transformational. Use that hour to build you. Read 10 pages of a game-changing book. Not just any book, but one that expands your mind, teaches you a new skill, or reveals the secrets of true wealth. Visualize your goals with such intensity that you can taste them, feel them, breathe them into existence. Plan your day, but not just a to-do list. Plan your conquest. What's the one thing that will move the needle today? Sit in silence. Yeah, I said it. Silence. Most of you can't handle your own thoughts, can you? But that's where clarity lives. That's where genius is born. Because here's the cold, hard truth. If you can win the first hour, you can win the damn day. And if you win enough days, my friend, you win your life. Don't tell me you're not a morning person. Success doesn't care about your feelings. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. You think the titans of industry leap out of bed with fireworks and fanfare. No, they decide, they train, they build the habit, and so can you. Tomorrow, make a new deal with yourself. Before you touch the world, touch your future. Use that first hour not to consume, but to create. Don't just wake up. Rise up. Your future isn't waiting at 11 a.m. It's waiting at 6 a.m. So take it back, build it strong, and when the day begins, you'll already be ahead. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you won't just be prepared, you'll be powerful. And that, my friends, is how the transformation begins. Guard your treasure, protect your sacred hour. Now that you've reclaimed that first hour, the next step is crucial. You've got to guard it like it's the last uncut diamond on earth. Because let me tell you, the world, your friends, your family, hell, even your own damn self will try to steal it from you. Not with a gun, no, but with notifications, with quick favors, with meaningless tasks, with that insidious little voice that whispers, just 5 more minutes of scrolling and suddenly your hour is gone, vanished, given away to something that builds their life, not yours. You've got to engrave this into your damn skull. This hour is not free. It's not casual. It's not for leftovers. It is sacred. It is strategic. And if you don't protect it, no one else will. Time, my friends, is like money, but infinitely more dangerous to lose. You can always earn another dollar. You will never get back that hour. So what do? We build a damn fortress around it. We put up a fence. We declare, this is my hour. No calls, no emails, no scrolling, no distractions. Not because we're rude, but because we are deadly serious about our future. You've got to get serious about your hour, like a builder is serious about his tools, like a farmer is serious about his soil. Because this hour, if you use it right, will pay you back 100-fold in clarity, in skill, in results, in income, in confidence. But only if you don't trade it for crumbs. Let me repeat that, because it's a mistake 99% of the population makes. Don't trade gold for crumbs. That's what people do when they say, I'll just check this one thing. Let me reply real quick. This won't take long. And they end up spending their best hour reacting to the world instead of rebuilding their world. Here's the habit every single night. Schedule your hour. Label it. Set it in stone. No flexibility. No negotiations. Tell your family, your friends, even yourself, this is your time to grow, to think, to create, to build. And if they don't respect it, teach them to, not with anger, but with relentless consistency. Because when you value your time, people begin to value you. The rule is simple, airtight. If it doesn't grow you, it doesn't get your hour, period. This isn't about productivity. It's about priority. It's about screaming to the universe, my future matters enough to defend it. And that first hour, that's your front line. Guard it like it's rare. Because it is. It's the hour that separates the average from the excellent, the wanderer from the leader, the talker from the doer. And if you guard it today, you'll celebrate it tomorrow. Direction before action. Aim before you fire. Now don't get me wrong. It's not enough to just take the hour. It's not enough to just guard it. You've got to know what the hell to do with it. That's where most people crash and burn. They're active. They're busy. They're doing things, lots of things. But I'll ask you, are they doing the right things? Because here's the brutal truth. Action without direction is a recipe for pure, unadulterated frustration. It's like being on a treadmill, sweating, grinding, running your ass off, but going absolutely nowhere. So before you jump into your hour, before you dive into books, before you start building, before you hit play on a video, ask yourself one powerful, life-altering question: where am I going? That question, my friends, unlocks everything. Because if you don't have direction, you won't have progress. You'll move, but you won't arrive. Direction is your compass. Action is your engine. You need both. You need to know your damn destination before you hit the gas. So let's get practical. At the very start of your hour, take 3 minutes, just 3, to get crystal clear. Ask yourself, what's my ultimate goal? What's the skill I'm building today? What am I trying to improve in this very hour? And most important, why does it matter to me? Write it down. Don't keep it rattling around in your head. Get it on paper, because clarity on paper becomes focus, and focus becomes action. Jim Rohn, a legend, used to say, reasons come first, answers come second. You've got to know your reason, your why, because when you do, the rest becomes obvious. Now, a warning shot. If you skip this step, if you jump straight into action without intention, you'll squander the most precious resource you have, your focus. And here's what's even worse. You'll confuse movement with meaning. You'll feel productive, but you'll stay stuck in the mud. That's why direction matters more than speed. Because it doesn't matter how fast you're going if you're going the wrong damn way. So take the time to aim. Take the time to ask. Take the time to align your actions with your outcomes. Because a man with direction, he might walk slower, but he gets a hell of a lot further. Tomorrow morning, when your hour begins, don't just start doing, start deciding. Decide who you want to become. Decide what matters most. Decide what single step brings you closer to the life you've been dreaming of, because direction turns your hour into a mission. And when you live with mission, you start walking a whole new path. A path that's clear, focused, intentional, the one that leads to change. The learning edge. Grow for a lifetime, 1 hour at a time. If there's one thing I've learned in this brutal game of life, it's this: success doesn't just come from doing, it comes from learning what to do. And the very second you stop learning, you stop growing, you wither on the vine. Now here's the good news. Learning isn't about going back to some stuffy school. It's not about expensive programs that promise you the world. It's about setting aside just one focused hour a day to feed your mind. That hour, my friends, that's your edge. That's your secret weapon. Because when most people are watching nonsense, you're watching growth. When they're drifting aimlessly, you're developing, and over time, day by damn day, that relentless learning starts to separate you from the lazy, undisciplined herd. Jim Rohn nailed it. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. So what do you cram into that hour? You read books. You devour knowledge. You listen to mentors who have already walked the path you're trying to conquer. You study success itself. You pick up biographies, personal development, communication, health, wealth, mindset, the stuff that actually moves the damn needle. Because the more you learn, the more you see. And the more you see, the better choices you make. Let me be clear. This isn't passive. You're not just scrolling through quotes and hoping something sticks. You're intentional. You pick up that book, that course, that notebook on purpose, and you declare, this is my growth hour. And let me tell you, 1 hour a day adds up. In 1 year, that's 365 hours. That's more than 9 full-time work weeks invested directly into your own damn mind. You do that for a year, and you won't even recognize yourself. Your language improves. Your confidence explodes. You speak with such clarity, you can sell ice to an Eskimo. You think sharper. You solve problems that used to stop you cold. Why? Because you've been stacking wisdom, bit by bit, page by page, lesson by lesson. And the best part? Nobody can ever take that away from you. Skills can be learned. Confidence can be built. Knowledge multiplies. And it all begins with that one quiet, focused hour. Here's your next command. Pick your materials before your hour begins. Don't leave it to chance. Stack 3 books on your desk. Cue up that podcast. Open the course you've been putting off. And when that hour starts, go in deep. Because every time you open your mind, you expand your future. And the man or woman who learns daily earns continually. So don't skip this. Don't rush this. Make learning a habit and you'll make success a lifestyle. Action over theory. 1 hour of practice beats 10 hours of theory. All right, let's get something straight right now. Learning is powerful, yes, but learning without doing is just entertainment. You can read every book, watch every video, listen to every podcast, but if you never apply what you've learned, you're not growing. You're just collecting damn trophies of knowledge. See, success doesn't come from what you know. It comes from what you practice. Let me repeat that with the force of 1,000 bulls. 1 hour of practice beats 10 hours of theory. Why? Because action is where skill is born. You don't become a master speaker by reading about speaking. You don't become fit by studying exercise routines. You don't master anything by sitting on the sidelines. You got to step into the damn arena. Now, here's the mistake most people make. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until they're confident. They wait until it's perfect. But here's the truth. Etched in the blood, sweat, and tears of every true winner, confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from action. Every time you practice, you get sharper. Every time you try, you get better. Every time you show up, you grow up. So what does this mean for your sacred hour? It means that at least part of that hour should be hands-on, dirty, in the trenches work. If you're learning to write, then write something. If you're learning to speak, then practice out loud. If you're learning business, then build the plan. Make the pitch. Take the damn call. If you're learning design, open the software and create. No more waiting. No more prepping. Just doing. Because repetition is the mother of all skill, not perfection. Repetition. You don't have to get it right the first time. You just have to get it going, and then you refine it, improve it, polish it. That's how professionals are forged. And here's something else. When you practice daily, your progress becomes visible. You can feel it. You can measure it. You start to trust yourself. And that trust, my friends, that's the real win. Because a person who trusts their own effort becomes unstoppable. So here's the next challenge. Take what you learned yesterday and apply it today. Even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if it's awkward. Just start. Because doing turns knowledge into power. And 1 hour of bold, focused, imperfect action can do more for your life than a lifetime of just thinking about it. The inner audit. Reflect, refine, repeat. You know, life doesn't improve just because you keep moving forward like a damn freight train. It improves when you stop and look back with purpose. Too many people go from one day to the next, one task to the next, one goal to the next, without ever asking the most important question. How did I do today? That's where the real growth lives. Not just in the doing, but in the reviewing. Jim Rohn used to say, a life worth living is a life worth recording. And I'll add this, a life worth recording is a life that keeps improving. Now let's break this down for your hour. At the end of your hour, not the beginning, not later, not tomorrow, but at the end of your hour, take 5 minutes to reflect. What did you learn in this hour? What did you accomplish? What did you struggle with? What will you do better tomorrow? It's not complicated, it's just honest. And most people won't do it. Why? Because it forces them to face their own damn patterns. It reveals whether they're truly moving forward or just spinning in place like a damn hamster on a wheel. But here's the power. The pure gold, reflection creates clarity. Clarity creates improvement. And improvement creates results. Now, once you've reflected, don't stop there. Now, next step, refine. What can be tightened? What can be removed? What can be added, improved, upgraded, simplified? You don't need to overhaul your entire life every week. You just need to tweak the process little by little. Because excellence isn't a giant leap. It's a series of small, intelligent corrections over time. Think of it like this. Airplanes are off course 90% of the time, but they constantly adjust. And guess what? They still land exactly where they're supposed to. Why? Because they reflect, refine, and repeat. And that's your formula for unstoppable success. Every hour you invest in yourself, reflect on it, refine it, repeat it. Tomorrow, just a little better. Do that for a week. You'll notice a shift. Do that for a month. People will notice. Do it for a year. Your life will never be the same, because those who learn from experience grow slow. But those who learn from evaluated experience, they grow fast, they grow strong, they grow wise. So don't just live your life. Examine it, shape it, elevate it. Reflect, refine, repeat. That's how you go from ordinary to absolutely exceptional. The body as your battleground. 1 hour of health a day keeps the doctor away. Let me tell you something that most people forget to their own damn detriment. Your body is not just a vehicle. It's the engine of your life. And if that engine fails, it doesn't matter how big your dreams are. It doesn't matter how clear your goals are. It doesn't even matter how much money is in your account. Because when health breaks down, everything grinds to a halt. You see, the body and the mind are inextricably linked. You can't think straight when you're exhausted. You can't lead when you're weak. You can't build empires when you're burnt out and perpetually running on fumes. So what do, my friends? We invest 1 hour a day in the most important machine you will ever own, your body. Now listen, I'm not saying you need to become a bodybuilder or run marathons or turn into some damn fitness guru, but I am saying you need to move. You need to breathe. You need to stretch. You need to sweat. Because when you honor your health, you elevate your energy. And when your energy goes up, your results go up with it. Let me hammer that point home. Energy is the fuel for achievement. Want more focus? Move. Want more drive? Sweat. Want more peace of mind. Breathe deeply. And the best part? It doesn't take all damn day. One focused hour. That's it. Walk in the morning, stretch your body, do some yoga, lift some weights, or simply step outside and get the sun on your face and the fresh air in your lungs. Because here's a truth from the master. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Now, a brutal warning, neglect is quiet at first. A few skipped workouts, a few too many processed meals, a few extra hours sitting in that damn chair, and suddenly the body starts breaking down. Not all at once, but slowly, silently, until one day the price shows up in the doctor's bill, in the energy crash that leaves you drained, in the missed opportunity you weren't strong enough, sharp enough, or energetic enough to grab. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. So take the hour, protect the hour, use it to build your strength, not just your skills, because you can't give your best if you're running on empty. You can't lead others if you can't even lift yourself. And you can't live your purpose if you're constantly managing pain and dragging yourself through life. So starting today, treat your health like your future depends on it, because it does. 1 hour a day to walk, to stretch, to fuel, to rest, to keep the doctor away and success close by. The quiet fortune builder. Your empire in 60 minutes. Let me tell you something absolutely critical for anyone who wants to build real wealth, real freedom. Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living, a decent living maybe, but profits, my friends, profits make you a fortune. And to build profits, you don't need 10 hours a day. You don't need a team of 100 people. You don't even need permission from some gatekeeper. You need 1 hour, one quiet, focused hour. Now, most people get home from work, and what do? They shut down. They say, I've done enough. So they sit, they scroll, they watch mindless garbage, and then they wonder why nothing in their life ever changes. But that quiet hour, right before bed, right after dinner, that, my friends, is your chance. It's your sacred space to build something that is yours, not for your boss, not for your next paycheck, but for your future, for your independence, for your damn legacy. In that hour, you can start your side business. You can learn a new high-income skill. You can write the book that changes your life. You can plan your next strategic move. You can sell your product. You can build your damn empire, brick by brick. You don't need a fancy office. You don't need a perfect setup. You just need a little hunger, a little vision, and 1 hour that you refuse to give to the world's distractions. Now let me be brutally honest with you. The results won't come in a day. That's not the goal. The goal is momentum. 1 hour a day. That's 5 hours a week. That's 260 hours a year. That's not small, you idiots. That's massive. That's a product launched. That's a brand started. That's a future created from scratch. But only if you treat that hour like treasure. Not as time to waste, but time to build. You don't build wealth with wishes. You build it with work. Quiet, focused, consistent work when no one's watching. And here's the best part. If you do that long enough, one day you'll look up and realize something profound. That little hour you dedicated, that quiet time you protected, it built your confidence, it built your income, it built your ultimate independence. And it all started when you made one simple decision to stop wasting the quiet hour and start using it to build your damn fortune. The human connection. Relationships built 1 hour at a time. Now let's talk about something most of these so-called success books completely ignore: relationships. Because what good is a fortune? What good is a strong body, a sharp mind, a massive bank account if you don't have people to share it with? Success without connection is an empty victory. You don't build a good life just by building businesses or habits. You build a good life by building people. And that, my friends, takes time. That takes care. That takes presence. But here's the breakthrough. Just like you grow wealth with 1 quiet hour, you grow relationships the exact same way, 1 hour at a time, 1 hour of real, unadulterated conversation, 1 hour of truly listening, Not just hearing, but listening to understand. 1 hour of putting the damn phone down and looking someone in the eyes. You see, people don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. And they feel it when you give them your most precious asset, your time. Now, I'm not asking for 10 hours a week. I'm not asking you to become a damn therapist. All I'm saying is this: give someone in your life your full, undivided attention for just 1 hour. Your spouse, your child, your parent, your mentor, your friend. And don't just sit in the same room. Be there, ask questions, share stories, laugh a little, or just sit together and be quiet. Because presence, my friends, is power. Let me tell you what happens when you do this. Trust starts to grow, walls begin to fall. Love multiplies, and connection deepens to a level you never thought possible. It doesn't take a fancy dinner or a big trip. It takes 1 hour of your heart with no distractions. And I'll stake my life on this. The people who know how to build great relationships, they always win in the long run. Because in the storms of life, and believe me, they will come, money won't hold your hand, success won't hug you, but real, authentic relationships will. So schedule that hour. Make it intentional. Because if you don't invest in people, you'll wake up one day surrounded by things, but feeling completely alone. And here's the ultimate truth. A rich life is measured in memories, not just milestones. And memories are made in moments. Moments like this. Moments that begin with just 1 hour. So the next time you think about success, remember this. Don't just build your future. Build your people. And do it 1 hour at a time. Stack your hours. Stack your future. The cumulative power of consistency. You've heard it before, this cliche, success is built one step at a time. Well, I'm Jordan Belfort, and I'll say it a little differently. With a lot more teeth, success is built 1 hour at a time. 1 hour of relentless discipline. 1 hour of ravenous learning. 1 hour of fearless building. 1 hour of investing in your mind, your body, your future. Now, here's the problem. Most people, these intellectual lightweights, they dramatically underestimate what 1 hour a day can truly do. They scoff, it's just an hour. What difference does that make? Let me show you the damn math. 1 hour a day, that's 7 hours a week. That's over 300 hours a year. That's more than even full-time work weeks. Now ask yourself, you future millionaire, what could you do with 7 full-time weeks focused only on growth? You could write a best-selling book. You could learn a high-value skill that pays you a fortune. You could build a business from the ground up. You could revolutionize your health. You could master your mindset. You could literally rebuild your entire damn life. But you don't do it in a frantic rush. You do it by stacking the hours one on top of another, each one building on the last brick by brick. Quiet, steady, strong. That's how a real future is built. Not in a burst of temporary energy, but in consistent, brutal effort. And here's the secret sauce. The unfair competitive advantage. Small disciplines don't stay small. They expand, they multiply, they shape who you become, day by damn day. Every time you show up for that hour, you're casting a vote for your future. You're screaming to the universe, I'm not wasting my life. I'm not waiting on luck. I'm building something that truly matters. And that decision, made daily, creates momentum. It creates unwavering confidence. It creates undeniable results. Because when you add up the hours, you add up the progress. And when you add up the progress, you start changing your very identity. You go from someone who waits to someone who builds. Now listen, there will be days you miss it. That's okay. You're human, not a damn robot. But don't you dare let a missed hour turn into a missed week or a missed month or a missed year. Always come back. Get back to stacking, because time is passing either way, whether you're working or watching Netflix. And one day the question won't be, did you dream big? It'll be, did you use your hours wisely? So stack them, protect them, and one day you'll look up and realize you didn't just change your habits, you changed your entire damn life. The identity upgrade. When 1 hour turns into a new you, you started with just 1 hour. 1 hour of learning, 1 hour of letting, 1 hour of reflecting, 1 hour for your health, 1 hour for your future. At first it felt small, almost invisible, like nothing was happening. You probably doubted yourself. You probably wanted to quit. But day by day, hour by hour, something profound was happening. You were becoming someone new. Not overnight, not by accident, but by conscious, deliberate decision. Because here's the truth. You can engrave in stone. You don't change your life in one giant leap. You change your life one consistent hour at a time. It was the hour you showed up when it wasn't easy. The hour you chose growth over comfort. The hour you practiced instead of postponed. The hour you listened, loved, focused, created instead of distracting yourself. And those hours, those quiet, consistent hours, they did something truly powerful. They rewired your damn mind. They reshaped your habits. They rebuilt your confidence from the ground up. 1 hour at a time, you started to believe in yourself again. You began to trust your own damn word. You proved to yourself that discipline isn't just some fancy word, it's a lifestyle. And the best part, you didn't need to change everything at once. You just needed to change one thing, how you use your time. That, my friends, was the ultimate turning point. Because if you can control 1 hour, you can eventually control your day. And if you can control your day, you can shape your entire damn future. So here's what I want you to remember. Deep in your gut, success is not luck. It's not a mystery. It's not some kind of hocus pocus magic. It's discipline applied daily. And that discipline, it doesn't demand everything you've got. It just demands 1 hour every single day, without fail, without excuses. And one day you'll look in the mirror and you'll realize you didn't just change your schedule. You changed your very identity. You became the kind of person who shows up, who follows through, who lives intentionally, who walks in purpose, who builds with relentless wisdom. And that, my friends, that is the new you, all from 1 hour. So keep it up, stay consistent. Protect the hour with your life. Respect the process, because it's not just how you spend your time, it's how you shape your damn life. The wolf's mindset: belief, focus, and unstoppable persistence. Let's talk about the mindset of a true wolf, the kind of conviction that bends reality to your will. You must believe long before the world gives you permission, long before the world applauds, long before the damn evidence shows up. That is the true test. Can you act as if it's already real, even while it's still invisible? This is what separates the few who rise from the many who quit. Understand this. Faith is not a luxury. It's not an optional mindset reserved for the optimists. Faith is a requirement. It's the foundation, the very beginning of all transformation. You may think you need clarity to begin. You don't. You may think you need resources, motivation, support. You don't. What you need is a decision, backed by a belief so fierce it's felt in your chest, one that moves your feet, that speaks louder than doubt, even when your voice shakes. Abraham Lincoln didn't know how the war would end, but he had faith in principle. Henry Ford had no map, no market, but he believed so deeply in his vision that the world eventually bent to his certainty. Rockefeller built empires before the infrastructure even existed, because in his mind it was already done. Edison, Carnegie, Schwab, none of them waited for evidence before they believed. They created the evidence by acting in advance of it. That is what faith does. It precedes the results. It refuses to wait for permission, resources, applause, or guarantees. Unwavering faith is a force. It bends reality. It shatters statistics. It overrules logic. It makes the impossible possible. Not through magic, but through fire-powered focus and consistent movement in the face of all resistance. That kind of faith doesn't ask, "What if I fail?" It declares, "Watch me win." Belief alone is not enough. Belief must become motion. Ideas must become movement. Nothing happens until you act. You can have the greatest vision, the boldest goal, the clearest plan, but if you don't move now, you'll be stuck forever. Most people wait too long. They wait until they feel ready. They wait for the right conditions. They wait for the fear to disappear. Well, let me tell you, readiness is a lie sold to the weak. You don't prepare and then act. You act, and in action, you become prepared. You become ready. You become unstoppable. The power of silence. Cut through the noise. In a world addicted to distraction where everyone is chasing noise, the few, the obsessed, the focused are stacking wins in silence. That's where you want to live. That's where the real results are. Don't argue. Don't explain. Don't debate with the critics, the doubters, the small-minded fools. Just work, just improve, just execute. Make your progress so loud that their opinions disappear. Make your discipline so consistent that their doubt can't keep up. Make your rise so undeniable that the same people who ignored you now ask how you did it. You don't owe them a response. You don't owe them access. You don't owe them anything but silence. That's the language of the focused. That's the posture of someone who knows exactly where they're going and isn't looking for directions from people stuck in place. Let them talk. You keep building. Let them doubt. You keep grinding. Let them laugh. You keep rising. Because noise can't stop someone who's already decided they're gonna win, no matter what. Your thoughts are the damn factory of your future. And if you don't control them, they will control you. That's where it all starts. Not with action, not with strategy, not even with work ethic. It starts with your thoughts. Every outcome in your life was first born in your mind. Every failure, every victory, every level you've hit or missed began with a belief. Weak thoughts produce weak results. Scattered thinking leads to scattered outcomes. So if you want power, you start by disciplining your mind like a weapon, because your thoughts, left undisciplined, will talk you out of greatness before you even begin. You can't afford doubt. You can't afford fear. You can't afford distraction. You have no room for the mental clutter that suffocates ambition. When you commit to your process without the need to explain it, something incredible happens. You create autonomy. Your focus sharpens. Your confidence grows. And your actions become more decisive because you're no longer dependent on others to affirm your worth. This shifts the balance of power back into your hands. You stop waiting for the world to catch up with your goals. Instead, you start building them, regardless of whether anyone else understands. And this is where true freedom comes from. Freedom from the need to perform for others, and freedom to create at your own pace. Beyond the grind, the Mastermind Multiplier. You're a wolf. You're driven. You're working your ass off. But even the lone wolf knows the power of the pack. There's a hidden force, a rarely spoken law that accelerates your ascent to impossible heights. The Mastermind principle. When a mind as sharp as yours joins with another of equal fire, the laws of success begin to bend. The path gets clearer. The results get faster. The noise gets quieter. This is the hidden power of the Mastermind. The power to multiply your mission. The Mastermind doesn't chase. It attracts. It doesn't beg. It builds. And when it moves with force. Everything changes when the right minds connect. What felt overwhelming becomes a strategy. What felt impossible becomes a target. What felt like fear becomes fuel. Because now you're not alone. You're surrounded by execution, surrounded by vision, surrounded by warriors who don't flinch, don't fold, don't fade. And when your mind unites with theirs, when your energy fuses with their drive, a new power is born. And from that place, anything can be built. So stop chasing success. Become it. Mold yourself into the kind of person success is magnetized to through purpose, through thought, through faith, through discipline, through action, through alliance. Don't wait for permission. Forge your own damn path. You've heard it all now. The blueprint, the raw truth, the unadulterated path to turning that 1 hour a day into an unstoppable force that reshapes your destiny. So what's next? I'll tell you what's next. Start today, not tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a promise. And how many of those have you broken already? Today is a damn decision. Don't wait for motivation to strike you like lightning. Don't wait for the right mood. Don't wait for the new year, or Monday, or some mythical perfect moment that never ever shows up. to start, pick 1 hour. Claim it, schedule it, protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. You don't have to be great to start. You don't have to have all the answers mapped out. You just have to be willing to show up, willing to put in the work. Remember this truth. Engrave it into your very soul. Change doesn't happen when you know what to do. Change happens when you do what you know. You've got the map now. You've got the steps. You've got the power simmering inside you, ready to explode. So don't walk away from this video just feeling inspired. Walk away activated. Decide right now. Today, what hour will you take back? What will you build? Who will you become? Because if you give 1 hour a day, just 60 minutes to growth, to purpose, to vision, to health, to the people who matter, to your damn future, 1 year from now, you'll be living a life you once only imagined in your wildest dreams. So start today, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. 1 hour, one decision, one new unstoppable you. Let that be your goddamn story.